Conor Benn has been very open and direct about his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia. He believes he already knows exactly who will leave the ring with the victory. The match is set for February 21st at the famous T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Barrios will defend his WBC World Welterweight title against Garcia in a huge event that is expected to be full of energy. If you want to stay updated on all the big fights, make sure to subscribe to our channel right now. This is a major moment for Barrios to show he is a true champion.
Of course it is. I mean, listen, I said I'd be WBC World Champion. It was always a dream. So to be in touching distance and be made mandatory for the WBC World title, I'll be there ringside and I want the winner. No doubt it's Garcia, so Garcia better like the sound of that.
The story of how Barrios reached this point is quite bumpy and unusual. After being named the full champion in 2024, the 30-year-old fighter has actually struggled to get a clear win. He had 2 draws in a row, first in a tough battle with Abel Ramos, and then against the 46-year-old legend Manny Pacquiao. If you love deep fight analysis, hit that subscribe button now. Barrios really struggled against Pacquiao, who almost won despite being retired for 4 years. Barrios relied on staying busy rather than using clever moves, which makes many experts think he can be beaten by a smart and tricky opponent.
One for me, man. It sounds like the rumor is Ryan Garcia versus Barrios. It's a great fight. You know, I mean, I think Ryan can carry the weight pretty well. But I know you guys kind of have your back and forth too. I mean, what's going on with that? What's the latest you could tell us?
Yeah, I mean it's a loud rumor that we're hearing. So we're looking at maybe late February, early March. I want to stage that fight in Las Vegas. I think it's a great opportunity for both guys. For Barrios, who's coming off a draw against Manny Pacquiao, the legend, right. An old Manny Pacquiao, obviously. But I think this is a great opportunity for Ryan to win a world title. And it's a tough fight. It's a very difficult fight, but it's one that we're looking forward to in Las Vegas. Right.
And not Ryan's last fight with Golden Boy, right? I heard you say
no, not at all.
Where do those rumors come? Where do you think that's coming from?
I have no idea. We have just to set the record straight. We have a multi-fight deal still in place with Ryan Garcia. So any fighter that he fights obviously has to go through Golden Boy.
Garcia is entering this championship fight after a very difficult and messy period in his career. He was away for 12 months due to a suspension and lost his last fight against Rolando Romero back in May. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a breaking story. In that fight, Garcia was knocked down in round 2 and looked very confused in the ring. Before that, his win against Devin Haney in April 2024 was canceled because he tested positive for a banned substance. It took away his biggest victory and left a dark mark on his reputation.
Champions right now at welterweight, Barrios is not going to take a chance for a lot less money against somebody like Curiel who is dangerous. He's fighting Ryan Garcia, making a couple $1 million, and that's every champion at the divisions right now. They don't really look for I have to fight my mandatory, because sometimes the mandatories are more dangerous than the bigger pages that they're making. It's a business now. We understand it too. I'm part of it.
Actually, Garcia hasn't had an official win in over 2 years since he beat Oscar Duarte in 2023. Even though the 27-year-old's record doesn't look great lately, he still managed to land this title shot. This has caught the eye of Conor Benn, who is the next person in line to fight the winner. Since Benn beat Chris Eubank Jr. last November, he has been training hard to reach the weight limit and is ready to face Garcia in England later this year. Benn plans to watch the Vegas fight from the front row. He expects Garcia to win and then come to the United Kingdom for a massive stadium fight later this year.
Did so much against Haney, and then what he did in Times Square has a lot of people questioning it. Ryan Garcia is fighting for a world title against Mario Barrios. Barack, I love this matchup. Tank Davis, his adversary, was able to stop Barrios at 140 pounds years ago. And it's safe to say that maybe Barrios is drained at that weight. Maybe 140 was tough for him to make because he's a huge guy, for that weight class. So I like this fight for Ryan Garcia, but I think Ryan has a lot to prove considering his last fight against Rolly, which he was a heavy favorite at. And it wasn't that he got outboxed. People might say that. I feel like he was more, for some reason, gun shy, not pulling the trigger, not actually using his attributes, against a guy like Roller. I think he's a better fighter, right? But he didn't get the nod. So I think there's pressure on this fight.
I do agree to some extent that, yeah, he's better than what he looked, but that translates into getting outboxed. If that's past him, we already know Ryan Garcia is dangerous, first of all. But 100% Ryan Garcia is very, very dangerous.
Ryan Garcia is known to be a guy who has power, like zipping speed, right? He can hurt you. If he can hurt a guy like Barrios, who's very hard to hurt, especially as of late at 147, to make a statement and say, hey, I'm a strong, hard-hitting welterweight, maybe that conversation again about him fighting maybe a Boots Ennis eventually or fighting a Conor Benn, those type of big fights, because he can compete in terms of power. Because right now he has a lot to prove. Like, he did so much against Haney, and then what he did in Times Square has a lot of people questioning it. But that's great because that leaves an opportunity.
Even the great Manny Pacquiao has offered some important advice. He warned Garcia not to get lazy or overconfident during his training camp. Pacquiao says even if Garcia believes in his own power, he must work harder than ever before. He believes this will be a high-quality fight, but only if Garcia gives 100% effort in the gym. Preparation is the key to winning at this level.
He's fighting Ryan Garcia, Manny, Mario Barrios. You like that matchup? Good fight?
Yeah, it's a good fight. Good fight. Ryan must train hard.
Trainer Calvin Ford has a very unique view because he coached Gervonta Davis to beat both of these men in the past. Davis stopped Barrios in 2021 and knocked out Garcia in 2023. Ford thinks Garcia's best chance is a quick knockout in the first few rounds using his explosive speed. However, if the fight goes past the 5th or 6th round, he thinks Barrios will take over because he's more patient and gets better as the rounds go by.
Ryan Garcia is saying he would like to fight Mario Barrios. These are two guys that you've, studied to beat with Tank. What do you think about that matchup? Who do you think gets the upper hand in that match?
I think Barrios. I think Ryan should win it be in the first 3 or 4 rounds by knockout, but if they can start going to 4, 5, and 6, the deeper you get into the fight, the more I'm gonna lean towards Barrios.
Barrio, tough kid.
Pro, we got a bet. He more sound too, I think.
Yeah, more sound. Yeah, more sound. But is he durable enough to take Ryan's punch?
That's what I said. After the 3rd or 4th round, yeah, he'd be out. But the first, I think Ryan will give anybody hell the first 2 or 3 rounds. He gonna dump. He gonna try something. He gonna try before he just give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good fight.
Good
So
fight.
you're leaning. So that in that case, it could be a 50-50 fight in your eyes.
Yeah.
Tim Bradley is also very worried about Garcia's chances. He thinks Garcia's recent performances are a major warning sign that cannot be ignored. Bradley believes if the same Garcia who fought Romero shows up, Barrios will easily win by being more disciplined. While Garcia has a dangerous left hook, Bradley wonders if Barrios has the strength to take that punch, especially since he's been hurt by similar shots in earlier fights.
Ryan's gonna get a lot of opportunities because he brings a lot of eyeballs. Again, this is boxing's a popularity contest now, man. That's what it's about. If you got the draw, you're gonna get more opportunities than the other guy that's working his butt off to climb up the ranks to be able to get his shot when nobody knows who he is, right? So, look, there's not a far-going conclusion that Ryan can take out a guy like Barrios, man. Barrios is experienced. I don't give a damn what anybody say. He got a lot of experience, man. He got the best resume at 147 pounds, right? He's a champion. You know what I mean? He's been in the ring with Tank Davis as well. He's been in the ring. Who else was the guy he been in the ring with? That was
Pacquiao recently, obviously.
Pacquiao recently, and there was another one.
Thurman, was it Thurman?
Yeah, Keith one time Thurman. So I mean, he's felt resistance. He's felt resistance at every single level, right? Even with the southpaw. So I mean, you got a guy like Garcia His last performance wasn't that great. I expect him to have a better performance this time around.
To keep getting the latest news on these champions in future matches, click the subscribe button right now.